Okay, hopefully this is working for everybody. Just let me know in chat. Get this underway. So here we are, game 2 between HelpingHans and Shadowada. On a checkpoint for the finals of the competitive mod edition tournament. HelpingHans took out the first game as OKW, so now he's playing as Brits. Shadowada is OKW. Interesting to see Shadowada actually going for a Fox Radio squad before the Kubel, which is kind of surprising. I thought Kubel first, maybe on this map in particular. Very, very strong.
Scout vehicle ready.
And Hans actually going for a Vickers. So I think this is the same build we saw from him on Fameville Approach. And then he went for a Brain Carry after that. We'll have to wait and see if that's his next decision. But he actually got kind of aggressive going after Shadowada's territory. Instead of trying to cap in his own region. Very important to try hold on to the center of the map in Arnhem. It looks like that's what he's trying to do, trying to put some pressure onto Shadowada's cutoff and try hold on to the center. Just kind of abandoning his side of the map. He's connected his munitions, but unlike Shadowada, he doesn't really have a fast flamer that he's going to be trying to achieve. Or maybe the ability's going to be ready. Maybe he's going to go for mobile assault. Once he techs up, gets those Royal Engineers out. So he's not going for the Brain Carry, actually going for a 3rd infantry section. So that means the Kubel's going to have a field day. Section look like they're going to beat this Fox Radio squads. Kubel meanwhile putting pressure onto Hans' fuel all the way over there. So yeah, Hans seems to be trying to lock down the center with his Vickers. His Shadowada is kind of trying to play on the edges with this more mobile Kubel. Yeah, it says the score in the overlay.
The platoon command post is finished and ready for use.
Okay, infantry section has to retreat. Fresh Fox Community squad more than a match for them at that low health in Hans. I mean, Shadowada actually putting some sandbags down onto Hans' fuel, so that's going to make a lot harder for Hans to push him off that cutoff. In fact, Hans actually trying to get a cutoff going against Shadowada, but nope, not going to work. But he soft retreats back to his Vickers, and there we go, forces away that squad. Looks like Shadowada wasn't expecting that, but here are some stems. And Vickers can't actually see them, they're hidden behind that fence. And Wada's getting aggressive here, he's going to put down a forward battle group it looks like. I don't think I've seen one of these for a very long time, but he's putting it right next to his cutoff, which is a pretty common spot. It looks like Hans may be trying to put some damage on with his infantry section. But it's only a 2-man squad. No, he's going to go for the cutoff instead. Now we have Royal Engineers out for Hans, and he's actually going for an AT gun already. That was very unexpected, but I mean, surely he saw the Ford truck there. Should have been expecting a medic truck, so the AT gun's not going to be much use unless he decides to try put a siege on it, but I also think that's rather unlikely.
Operations now underway.
Taking fire! Taking effective fire!
Shadowada now reconnecting all his territories. And it's going to be awfully useful for him to have that battle group out there. It's going to be a lot easier to control his cutoff. Oh, and this is something we don't see too often. Pyrotechnic supplies distributed to this infantry section squad. So they're going to have the extra line of sight, and perhaps he's going to use those base houses for a change. Royal Engineers trying to close the gap on these folks, but they're already quite low. They're not going to win this. And there we go, they have to retreat. All said and done, I don't think Hans has done too badly for map control so far. He's got a lot of squads though. He's got 3 infantry sections and a machine gun, as well as a Royal Engineer squad. So he's got a lot of infantry on the ground. Where Shadowada is starting to float up a bit now. What's he doing? Okay, he's going for the medics. But he's got about 400 manpower in the bank, so he needs to try to spend that on something. Maybe an ISG. They seem to be quite popular so far today. I was actually using that 6-pounder to destroy that cover. Nice to see. Oh, and that Schumann's going to get swept straight away by Hans's Royal Engineers. That is bad luck there for Shadowada. Okay, medics are online. Oh, and that's pyrotechnics being dropped on the battle group. That's going to make things hard. Not going to be able to heal with total safety, rather. I mean, oh, and Hans is bringing up the AT gun, so maybe it's going to try to put a siege on this medical truck already. Base houses, though, that they're okay against buildings, but it's not going to completely wreck them with just one pyrotechnic supply. In fact, I mean, only one is actually connected with the structure itself so far. A lot of cut-offs as you'd expect on Arnhem, but Shadowada seems to be getting slightly the better of it there. Vickers could be in trouble. He switches targets, no. He's firing at the wrong squad. Incendiary grenade goes off. Vickers has to pack up. He's going to reposition. The lone squad over here doing some harassment. And looks like Shadowada going for Luftwaffe ground forces. And there we go. He clears out the 6-pounder with this Volk squad. But right on time to save the day. It was about to be stolen, but here comes the AEC. Looks like Shadowada didn't want to risk trying to pick it up under AEC fire. But he's bringing another Volksgrenadier squad. No, they're not going to come try to steal it. ISG forcing away the Vickers, but Hans has managed to reconnect his cutoff now, so he's going to get some resources coming in once again.
An anti-tank gun has taken the field.
Objective secured! Find cover!
Supply half-track is ready for orders.
Kugel forced away that squad, but he's just playing it safe with the Kugel. I think he thought if he tried to cap that fuel with the Kugel, things might have gone poorly for him. Probably AEC would rotate around and kill the Kugel, so he wants to try hang on for that. Maybe if he could kill the AEC and have the Kugel still alive, that would be a massive bonus to his capping power. Speaking of that, Vic is doing a lot of damage to the Kubel, but Vic is in turn taking a lot of infantry support gunfire. Okay, here we go. Pyrotechnics being dropped on this building, forcing Shadowada out of it, but not going to do any damage to him. But will do a lot of damage to the building itself. Still only got the one howitzer though, it hasn't ticked up to the next stage. There we go, AC's coming in and it's actually going to find this structure going down. The mechanized regiment, oh, this could be trouble. He's got a Faust coming in, but this tech is getting extremely low. Here comes the Shrek squad though. Down goes the tech structure, but is he going to lose his AC here? Oh, it looks like he may pick up the Kubel. Kubel's doing some crazy risky maneuvers. Somehow he can see through the smoke, where Shadowada cannot. And I think this is blocking Shadowada's line of sight. Needs one more shot to kill the AC. Oh no, but it connects with the ground somehow, point blank range. And there we go, AC is destroyed. But I mean, I think that's a pretty fair trade, AC for a tech structure. Probably similar cost. And Kubel is icing on the cake there. So probably actually overall a good engagement for Hans. Especially now that Kubel won't be able to make these mad dives onto the cutoff. It's going to make Shadowada's harassments a little bit less effective. Now we've got a sniper on the field for Hans. But this squad's not actually going to try flank it. Now Hans with the Vickers and the sniper in the centre seems to be winning those garrison wars. In fact, he's putting up a mortar pit back here. Okay, so that's definitely going to make things even better for Hans in the centre. This mortar pit's going to cover the central VP and the left-hand VP. So unless Shadowada can knock this out quickly, things could start going horribly wrong for him here. It's forced away there. Still got the squad doing some capping over here, but that may not last long. Here goes the infantry section. To the sniper. Okay, sniper's also heading in that direction, so this is not going to last much longer. And does that mortar pit have range on the battle group HQ? It does! Oh, that is just disastrous for Shadowada. He needs to knock that mortar pit out immediately, otherwise he's in big trouble. And he was a bit late building his fresh truck, so after losing his tech structure, he may be able to maybe about to lose his battle group, and in comes some more pyrotechnics. So this battle group could be in big trouble here. The base howitzers and the mortar pit just raining death upon it. And once again, Shadowada putting down this mechanized regiment. I don't know why he's doing this. Is there any real need to do this? I mean, AC's dead, so he doesn't need a vehicle to try and counter that. He could just tick up and go straight for a medium tank. Get some obers on the field, but here we go. He's making a push for the mortar pit, but Hans, realizing that, already has his Vickers set up, and facing this negative cover road, this push is going to get shut down hard by the Vickers. Got the ISG forcing the brace on the mortar pit, but there we go, mass retreat from Shadowada. Doesn't have the forward retreat point unlocked, so he's going all the way back to base here.
The command half-track has been converted to the headquarters building.
And in that time, once that mortar pit comes out of brace, combined with maybe another pyrotechnics display, that could be a dead truck. And Hans just taking complete control of the map. Look at this. He's really come alive in the last 3 minutes or so. Okay, so Shadowada now going for the Puma, but as I was saying, what's the point? He's kind of hamstringing himself, because by the time Hans gets out, you know, Cromwell, which won't be too far away, he'll have a Puma, which will probably lose that engagement. And in the meantime, Hans still has this AT gun, so it's not like the Puma has free reign on the map, so not sure what he hopes to achieve with this Puma. I feel like ticking up probably would have been the better option. And there we go, he's about to lose his battle group, which is even more costly since he had to upgrade the medics. Here comes the Puma, and this is a mad dash towards the mortar pit. Oh, mine goes off on the door, but that doesn't take down the Riketin. Riketin is going to retreat. Here we go, we've got one Shrek on this group. Puma's doing some nice damage to it. We've still got 20 more seconds of brace though. Looks like the mortar pit is going to go down, but it's a decent trade, I'd say. Battle group for mortar pit, probably similar costs, in fact probably more expensive for the battle group. And in the meantime, whilst all this has been going on, Hans has had supreme map control, so I'd say things are going pretty well for Hans right now, despite losing that mortar pit. In fact, we've got some Fallschirmjäger deployed. Putting some pressure on these Royal Engineers and the garrison. He's got to be careful. Yeah, very vulnerable. Hans getting quite close to the fuel for his first Cromwell. He's also fighting a lot of manpower right now. I would be surprised to see him go anything but mobile assault. He's had so much success with it so far. And yeah, look at all this map control for Hans. Shadowada doesn't have his healing anymore. It looks like he's got some medic supplies. Maybe he's dropped them. But yeah, I mean, Shadowada losing that tech, and then he decided to rebuild this tech rather than go for his tier 4 and getting the Puma. It just didn't really make any sense to me. Those Ford trucks, they're just so costly if they go wrong. Especially with that extra upgrade you have to get. It's like another, 40% cost if you lose it. Something like that. Probably less than that actually. I'm just talking, I'm just making up numbers. So Shadowada putting down a shoe mine. He's got his Riketin nearby. Perhaps hoping to snare the first Cromwell. So that's really his best chance of winning right now. If he can knock out that first Cromwell, he'll be in a good spot. But there we go. We've got a damaged engine now thanks to the sniper. Here comes the Cromwell. Got to be careful though. Still the threat of the Faust. Oh, we got a mine over here. These guys are not full health. That could go wrong. No, just going to retreat straight away. So yeah, Hans just superior map control. Losing that forward battle group was so punishing. Okay, we've got a glider coming in, so it's not going to be land mattress. Going to see a bit of Vanguard action. That is going to be coming online. Cromwell doing some nice counter harassment, getting rid of these folks that have been capping over this side. Got a sniper sitting on the cutoff, making things very hard. Looks like Shadowada is sending all of his squads out to the right as well as his Puma. But he's very low on fuel. He's had to rebuild his battle group and his medics, which has set him back such a long way. He's probably lost about 2 minutes worth of fuel doing that. The forward glider acting as the retreat point for Hans, so he doesn't have to retreat quite as far, which is always nice. A nice dodge there by Shadowada, getting out of the way of that light gammon bomb. Shadowada's managed to secure the cutoff. Doesn't have the fuel under his control quite yet though. He is a bit exposed. Coming out this way on Arnhem does leave you quite vulnerable to flanks through there. Shubine takes down 3 models there. And in fact, that's a Luke's. So he's going all in on the light vehicles. Luke's and the Puma, hoping this will get things done. Here comes the Cromwell. Looks like it's going to get a flank off on the Lukes. Don't have any mines nearby here. There was a mine over here somewhere. In fact, there it is. Right there. But even if it does run over that mine, there's nothing nearby to finish the job. Looks like snipers lining up some shots on the Lukes. Bit risky. Baiting him in here. Yep, here comes a 6-pounder, but may actually cost him a sniper doing this. No, sniper jumps into the garrison. A nice evasion of the Lukes there. Let's go back towards his steers. Puma trading with Cromwell. He's got his repairs. No, he doesn't have his repairs nearby. He hasn't upgraded the repairs yet. Okay, what's this coming in here about? Oh, airborne assault rather. So a free squad of Fallschirmjäger for Shadowada. A few Stuka planes as well. So they're kind of targeting the squad on the garrison. Vic is just suppressing everything here. The squad taking a lot of fire. The sniper working as well. Squad went down. Here comes the Puma. The Puma's taking Cromwell fire. Oh, down goes Luke's. Here comes the Puma doing some crazy maneuvers, and Hans actually finishing the job there with the strafing support, and that will be it. Hans is the competitive mod champion, taking down Shadowada 2-0 in the finals. Congratulations to Hans. Well deserved. I hear it's extremely late, or early rather, wherever he is in England. So congratulations, playing a long day of Company of Heroes, and thank you to Mirage Fla. Is he still on the Imagine he's muted his microphone. Do you want to come in?
I still live! Can you hear me?
Yeah.
But yes, I indeed live.
Yeah. So I suppose we'll sign off there. Is there anything you want to say to summarize?
Well, I'm surprised Hans one giving it his time zone, considering it's what, probably 5 in the morning in where he is.
Yeah.
I was honestly expecting him to get knocked out relatively early. Just, but I feel so bad for Helping Hands. He's so tired probably at this point. But we'll go with it anyway. Like then we go into our first game when he's okay. Now, holy crap! Now, what's going on here and all that?
Yeah, that was an impressive display from Hans, and good to have company for us too.
I think it was also the only one who brought us the U.S. austere victory, even if we didn't see the Brumbar. We're still missing that tank from competitive edition.
Yes. You did not get
Maybe
to see
one
that.
day we'll find the Brumbar. Helping Hands.
One day.
Tournaments again.
Well, do you have any preliminary thoughts about maybe the Coco Jambo Award or Lose Your Marbles?
Really, I say strange strategy would probably go to maybe Comash early. That's the game I want. I may have to go through the other replays though.
Yep.
Comash went what, double M8?
Yep.
It was just all running. I know M8s may be a bit too powerful, all depending on your point of view, because they gun down infantry pretty well and can semi-counter light vehicles, depending. But that was probably the most unique strat, because just double M8s just running out, pretty much gunning down whoever tried to move out of the talisman's territory. But I'm not sure about on the Marbles Lost Reward. I'll have to go look through the other replays.
All right. Oh yeah, is there anything else you wanted to say, or should we sign off there?
I think we're signing off now. I'm pretty tired, and I gotta get this reward money sent out. I gotta probably also review a few more replays that I didn't get a chance to cast before deciding who gets the Marbles Lost Reward.
Yep.
But thanks to everyone watching. Thank you, Tightrope, for co-casting and saving the stream when, for some reason, we had to validate.
Yeah.
Thanks,
No
Finals,
worries.
and supporting me. Might need to do more of this co-casting stuff again. Or last time we did was in ESL.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also quite tired.
I think that'll be everything.
I've been doing about 5 hours as well so far today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last game was pretty long, as pretty much everyone's struggling out for the final VPs and points.
Yeah.
But that'll be all for now. Thank you, Tightrope. Thank you, chat. Mirage Flow will be signing off.